All right, so I am at St. Cloud State, the math competition today, but you guys are continuing your work with absolute value. Okay, so Tuesday, excuse me, because we didn't have school on Monday. Tuesday we talked about absolute value equations, and then yesterday we talked about a special situation, which, by the way, happens for either equations or inequalities, it doesn't matter. And then we talked about inequalities that involve the word or, which started out as greater than. If it starts out as greater than, then you know it'll be an or problem and they'll run apart. Well, today we are going to talk about and problems. You know it's an and problem if it starts out as less than. And as a reminder, if or problems run apart, hopefully in your mind you're already making the connection that and problems are going to run together. Okay? Beyond that, the process hasn't changed. We're going to write two separate equations / inequalities in this case, one with the positive and one with the negative. When we go to the negative number, we're going to continue to flip our inequality symbol. Then we solve both separately, and then we graph our solutions in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into this first example here. So step number one is to get absolute value alone. In this case, we don't have to do that. There is nothing added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided on the outside of the absolute value. So we can go directly to step two, which is to write two separate inequalities. So one will look the same except for no absolute value signs. So 2c minus 5 is less than 9. And then for the other one, 2c minus 5 is greater than negative 9. Notice I flipped my inequality symbol when I went to the negative number. Then we're going to solve each separately. You're doing the same steps in both of the problems. It's just you're going to get a different answer. So on the left-hand side here, when we add 5 to both sides, that gives us 2c is less than 14. And then when we divide 2, that gives us c is less than 7. On the other one here, we are adding 5 as well. Now in this one, it's negative 9 plus 5, which gives us negative 4. So we have 2c is greater than negative 4. Now it's being multiplied by 2, so divide by 2, giving us c is greater than negative 2. So at negative 2, when we go to graph it, that will be an open circle, and it's going to the right. And then at 7, open circle going to the left. So on this one, remember you start one less than the smallest and go up to one bigger than the biggest. So we are going to start ours at negative 3 and go up to 8. Okay, so negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, I made mine a little bit bigger than I needed to, which is perfectly fine. That's why we write in pencil and can erase it. So once again, we have a open circle at negative 2 with our arrow going to the right. But remember, with our and problems, there are no arrows because they're running together. And then at our 7, we're going to the left, and they meet in the middle. Okay? So process hasn't changed. Once your absolute value is alone, write two separate inequalities, one with the positive, one with the negative. When you go to the negative, you must flip your inequality symbol. And these problems should run together. Now, if they don't go together, that's a good indication that you probably made a mistake. So remember that as well. Okay? Let's look at another. In this one, our absolute value is alone to start again. So we can go directly to our two separates. So that gives us p minus 7 is less than or equal to 7, and p minus 7 is greater than or equal to negative 7. We are adding 7 on both sides, and that's all we have to do in this one because that's all that is happening to our p. On the left side, 7 plus 7 is 14. On the right side, negative 7 plus 7 is 0. So this one, smallest number is 0, biggest number is 14. You know, we haven't talked a whole lot about this, but these are both even numbers. So I'm actually going to go by 2's. So I'm actually going to start my number line at negative 2 and go up to 16. Okay, just to save us a little writing. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have one more space. I'm going to go ahead and put the 18 in there. Okay, so at 0, it is a closed circle going to the right, and at 14, it's also a closed circle and going to the left. Okay, another example. Okay, just getting that repetition. Okay, in this one, the absolute value is alone again, so we're going to go right to writing our two separate. So 2v minus 1 is less than or equal to 9, and then 2v minus 1 is greater than or equal to negative 9. Same steps to solve. In this one, our variable is being multiplied by 2 and subtracted by 1, so we're adding 1 on both sides, giving us 2v is less than or equal to 10, and now it's being multiplied by 2, so we divide by 2, so v is less than or equal to 5. On our other one, same steps, except for I apologize, it looks like I wrote minus 7. Let me fix that quick. So that's minus 1. Okay, so we're adding 1 and adding 1. That gives us 2v is greater than or equal to negative 8, because here they are different signs, so we subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. That's why it's negative 8, and then divide 2, so v is greater than or equal to negative 4. Smallest here is negative 4, so we start at negative 5. Biggest is 5, so we go up to 6. So negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excuse me. All right, now just a note, when we did 3, 6, there was potential that one might be open and the other one might be closed. Due to the way these problems are set up, your two dots will always be the same. Either both will be open or both will be closed. In this case, they're both closed. So this first one here, that's a closed circle at 5 going to the left, and at negative 4, closed circle going to the right. They run together just like an AND problem should. Okay, our last example we're going to look at is one in which we do have to do step number 1, which is to get out. All right, so in this one, there is a number outside of the absolute value. There is no operation sign in between the number and the absolute value. When there's no operation symbol there that you can see, automatically it means it's being multiplied. So in this case, it's being multiplied by 4, so the first thing we have to do is divide by 4. That gives us the absolute value of 5d plus 10 is less than 5. Now that my absolute value is alone, now I can write my two separate inequalities. So 5d plus 10 is less than 5, and then 5d plus 10 is greater than negative 5. Do not forget to flip your inequality symbol when you go to the negative number. Solving each separately, so the variable is being multiplied by 5 and subtracted by 10, or added by 10, so we're going to subtract 10. On the right hand side there, they are different signs, so we subtract and take the sign of the bigger number, giving us negative 5. Then we're dividing both sides by 5, so d is less than negative 1. In our other one, same steps, different outcome. So we're subtracting 10 on this one as well, but over here on the right hand side there's same sign, so you add and take the sign, giving us negative 15. And then when we divide that by 5, that gives us d is greater than negative 3. Okay, these ones are pretty close together because our biggest one, our smallest one is negative 3, so we start at negative 4. Our biggest is negative 1, so we go up to 0. So not very many numbers needed on this number line, so I can have a little bit better spacing here. So negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, and I'll just throw a 1 on there because I have the space. The left one here, at negative 1, open circle, arrow to the left, and the other one, open circle at negative 3, to the right, meeting in the middle. Okay, to recap the week, step 1, write two separate equations or inequalities, one equal to the positive, one equal to the negative. When you go to the negative, you must flip the inequality symbol. Step 2, Do not forget to do this step. Write two, I think I already said that step. Okay, after we write our two separate inequalities or equations, then we solve each of them separately. You're doing the same things. And then finally, if it's an inequality, graph it. If it's an equation, check it to make sure that you have the correct answer. Okay, so your homework problems are listed on the board. Okay, you're continuing on with 3-7. Take your time. Follow the steps. They are listed at the top of the worksheet on the front side as well. So if you forget them for any reason, they're right there for you to look at. Take your time and do your best. I will be back tomorrow. Good luck.